Good morning, everyone. Virgo here. It's June 23rd, 2020. Do you remember back last week when I uploaded a video where I talked about a person by the name of Joe Collins, who is running for the Republican Party, uh, a seat in the House, I believe. Yes, a seat in the House. That's what he's running for, in place of Maxine Waters. And I informed you that he had a history that was not just questionable, but confirmed with regards to the Sovsit movement. There are many that are running, many that many people are unaware of. And then we have scenarios like this. Washington Republic, Representative Matt Shea. So there is an investigation going on with regards to this. And I want to thank the subscriber that actually sent me this. I'm going to read this the best that I can because there are many words that are not appreciated on this platform. And this subject, interestingly enough, happens to be one of them. So State Representative Matt Shea planned and participated in a DT against the United States before and during the armed takeover of Malheur National Wildlife Refuge. An investigation commissioned by the Washington State House found. There's a 108-page report that's found that had found that beginning in November of 2015, Shea was working with one of the Sovsit group leaders, Bundy, and helped in the planning and preparation of the Mueller takeover. A 6-week conflict in which dozens of armed protesters occupied the refuge in rural eastern Oregon. The standoff ended after one protester was shot and dozens were arrested. Representative Shea, as a leader of the Patriot movement, planned, engaged, and promoted a total of 3 armed conflicts of political violence against the United States government in 3 states outside of the state of Washington over a 3-year period. According to the report that was released on Thursday, in one conflict, Representative Shea led covert strategic pre-planning in advance of the conflict. Immediately after the report was released, Representative J.T. Wilcox, the Republican minority leader of the House, said Shea has been suspended from any role in the House of Republicans caucus. He should resign, Wilcox wrote on Twitter. He cannot use House Republican staff. He cannot meet with the caucus. His office will be moved. Shea's name and picture were removed from the House GOP website. Shea said he would not step down, calling the investigation a sham. I'm going to go ahead and provide the link to this for you guys to go ahead and read it yourselves. This is something you need to be aware of. This was actually updated December 20th of 2019, very recently, within the last 6 months, recent enough to be concerned about. Now, let's go ahead and take a look here. Okay, because this is something that was the Seattle Times. This is something that you guys really need to hear. I'm going to do the best I can here to keep this video up by shortening some of this stuff. So I'd like for you to read the title for yourself. So the illness we are discovering here, we have discovered here in this country and in many other countries that we are dealing with right now. And by the way, this was published June 10th of 2020, so very recently, within a couple of weeks. There is this ongoing theme to a lot of these groups becoming larger and larger and larger. Opportunists, as they may be, consider themselves lucky that this particular illness took place. And the reason why is because the protests that are against police violence have put the country on edge, and any time that anyone is concerned about their safety, security, they are confused about what's going on in their environment, they start to reach out. And that happens during economic devastation, fear, and uncertainty. And that's all happening right now. Now, there are statistics to prove this. There's all kinds of stuff that you'll find in this particular idea stream article. And I suggest that all of you that are concerned about this, or even if you're not concerned about it, you should be, you need to read this, because they are actively recruiting people. And it's working. You guys know that I have been concerned for a long time about our SOVSIT groups that are out there. And interestingly enough, even some of the patriot groups that have been around for a long time that honestly are not anti-government, they are just simply groupings of right-wing conservatives that want to make sure that their Second Amendment is protected. Even some of them are beginning to speak out. Hey, why isn't anybody paying attention to this? Why don't you realize that an entire army is being formed? I'm not going to go any further into either one of these articles. I want to say that the ideastream.org article is something that I feel the subscribers to the Virgo Triad channel and to many of these other channels in the Watchdog group that like to watch the SOVSIT videos should read. For your own knowledge, for your own sense of what's really happening out there. Because what you guys don't always understand is that these are not just people that are misguided. These are not just people that got thrown in jail for a drug paraphernalia charge and are pissed off. A lot of these people are really joining groups with the intent to try to abolish and take over our government, to turn it into a world of anarchy. And the footing on these people being watched has been ripped out from underneath us via the removal of the DT task forces that were within the FBI and Homeland Security prior to the Trump administration, when they removed them in 2017. So we don't have a massive amount of individuals that are watching what's happening here. Scary stuff. Scary stuff. This is all I'm going to say about this, because this platform limits me to be able to continue further. But if you will read the articles that I am putting in the description of this video, I think you're going to find that maybe things need to be watched a little bit closer, and perhaps things that are being said need to be taken a little more seriously. All right, everyone, I have looked through the Snoop for Truth I was going to do today and found it to be a little bit lengthy, so I'm going to be working on that this afternoon, and I will be putting it up for you in the morning. Snoop was kind enough to provide us with 2 this week, so before the end of the week, you will see 2 new Snoop for Truths, and I'm excited about those. Everybody take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.